What happens to my pension? Will I be able to retire when I planned? Cory Chapman has been hearing those questions from his clients, and he has some answers. He is the founder and chief financial advisor of EFC Wealth Management. Welcome, Cory. We all need some help. Okay. So one of the big questions I keep hearing from a lot of people is, should I buy big ticket items now? Should I go buy a car? Should I go buy a cell phone? Should I buy some of these things that probably are going to go up in price soon?
Sure, that's a good question. But here's the thing we got to think about. When it comes to the tariffs and what's going on, prices may go down in the future, right, as opposed to going up. So maybe you may want to wait a little bit of time and make sure you decide at the end of the day, is it the right time to buy? It depends on what happens in the market. It might be a better choice right now to hold on to some money and make sure you have some cash flow available just in case things do change.
So your advice would be, don't run out and buy a bunch of stuff now.
Don't go out and rush and get a lot of stuff right now, because the prices might drop a little bit and you may get a better buy down the road. Interesting.
I'm guessing maybe a similar thing when it comes to the stock market. A lot of people have money in their 401ks. They worry about their retirement.
Sure.
There are some people panic selling right now.
Right. What's interesting is diversification means everything. At the end of the day, your focus should be about how much risk you have in your portfolio. So take a look at your risk of your portfolio and think about how you can diversify it. The second thing you may want to think about is going back to cash. Cash is such a great opportunity right now, and take advantage of that, because as buying opportunities come about, you want to have that cash available to use it.
And a lot of people don't really think about cash that much these days.
That's right.
So what, because in crisis there's always opportunity. Where is the opportunity? What's the smart thing to be doing right now?
What I love about this market right now is that there are opportunities. You have the ability to look at some alternative investments. Maybe risk is a little bit more than what you can handle right now. Look at some insurance products. There are insurance products out there like annuities that offer principal protection and give you an opportunity to protect the income and generate income and cash flow when you need it.
So for the average person out there, because not everybody does the stock market thing, not everybody's got a 401k, but they've got to start buying items and goods on a day-to-day basis. What's your advice to them that are worried about prices going up?
I think this is a great opportunity to start managing your debt, right? Making sure you don't have too much debt out there. Your focus is about saving and putting money away, just so if you have to weather the storm for whatever reason, you have that opportunity to do so.
But for people that are like, I live paycheck to paycheck, what do they do?
Listen, here's the funny part about that, right? It's so funny when you start thinking about paycheck to paycheck, when you're living that way, it's easy for you to start losing sight of the things that you put away on a day-to-day basis. Cup of coffee, buying things at the store, going to fast food places. Those little things start to add up over time. So you start looking at those, those online services that you have. You can start downsizing those online services and keeping more cash flow into your household.
So for people, which a lot of people are panicked right now, it sounds like your main message is chill out.
Yeah, you know what? The noise. Turn off the noise. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. There's so much information out there. Markets are uncertain right now, and because they're uncertain, people are panicking. The thought here is just to sit back and keep going through the normal process, worry about your own personal economy, and don't worry so much about what's going on in the world.
Which is easy to do if you're like in it for a long time, but for folks that are either recently retired or about to retire, this was supposed to be their moment.
Yes.
What about them?
Well, here's the thing, when we see these losses that are occurring right now, we're thinking about, I'm losing all this money. But remember, it's a paper loss at this point in time. If you're not using these assets right away, we can still weather that storm over time. When you do that permanent loss and we get fear and we panic, while doing that, at the end of the day, our focus is now becoming permanent capital loss. And that's what we don't want to do. So we want to be able to ride the storm out, weather it to our best ability, and seek advice so you have good insight.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming in and sharing. I feel a little better now, because I know a lot of people. Cory Chapman, appreciate the insight.
Appreciate it.
Still to come.